Alright, you asked for it and here we are. I'm going to do a whole series of videos on building my new pedal board. Today we're going to talk about power and making this guy look pretty. Subscribe if you want to see all of them. I'll obviously add this all to a list. I don't have a final plan in mind. I have where I think I'm going to be going. Want to hear your feedback as we go. Really appreciate your time. Let's just get started. My name is Mike. This is Cuzolio. Okay, let's first talk about the pedal board here. This is a Gator pedal board. I want to say the XL version. It's 32 by 17. It's 4mm thick aluminum, I believe, and it's got these convenient handles right here. On the back, I've got these nice guys for attaching my power supplies. Right out of the box right there. So this guy and this guy. Like most people, I'm planning on having my tuner at the top right. I'm probably going to have my power right here. So I've got this from Audio. That's just to get everything off to the side there. What's interesting is that this guy has these little holes to attach, but they're so close to the plastic right here that I don't think I'll have anything to really get a grip on if I were to make a hole in this guy. So I think I'm going to 3D print something, power button on top, so maybe like that. Now, how to attach it? I realized that these side handles are held on by quarter 20s, so I can use the same exact holes to attach some of the 3D printed stuff. I might have to drill a hole or two in the top or bottom. Okay, the thing to note here is that this guy's got 7, this guy's got 8, so I should be able to do about 15 pedals on the other side of this. But the RC-600 has a very large current requirement, so I also got this Chox Flex cable, which is a parallel thing. But what you do is you connect both of those there so that you get a proper amount of current. As you're looking at it from the front, I don't really like these holes right here, so actually my thought was to fill these in with something pretty, maybe do a color scheme. Okay, I just printed this guy up. I didn't print the whole thing because just saving some plastic on the first try. And I just realized after doing my measurements and trying to get it right, let's see here, it looks like maybe 1 millimeter. So I'm gonna reprint that at 1 millimeter and just give it a shot. All right, pulled it off the printer, it's still warm. Let's give it, oh, nice. Oh, perfect. All I did was extend it by another millimeter. This was my original scheme. I was kind of going for the 80s neon look, but as I'm looking at it, I don't like the purple, and the black actually blends in a little too much. I want it asymmetrical. This kind of looks good to me. That's going to be the design, I think. That's how I'm going to make it look pretty. Looking good there. But for now, this is the new look. Another thing about this pedal board is that obviously the dimensions aren't listed anywhere online, so I can, take some basic measurements, but what I really have to do is I have to guess, the same way that I guessed with these guys. So what I did real quick was I just printed this off, which is just a little piece, and okay, wildly off. So number 1, online it said this is a 14.5 degree angle. That is not the case. I'm gonna have to measure that, but the height here looks pretty good. Using the calipers at this tip, I'm measuring about 13.8, and that's how I'm going to close this angle. I only have to guess once. Now I'm going to get it right. Print number 2, 6.5 degrees. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, good enough. And let's take this guy off so we can figure out where exactly all these holes are spaced. So this is an extrusion. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to still have this be attached to the screw through everything. Well, it depends on if I want to put some pedals underneath right here. I might not be able to do that with this. I might have to cut this in half. I think I'm going to make the handle out of the 3D print now that I say it. Okay, third time doing a quick print just to do the fit check. Yep, that fits just fine. I am gonna make some type of a clamp. Alright, the other thing I did with this print, just out of curiosity, was trying to figure out with these little lines where this hole is relative to this back wall. So let's give this another shot. Oh, a little snug. Alright, I added a little height to it, so I gotta take that height back off. So I'm gonna say 3.5 to the right. Okay, printed this guy off to check where the hole was. It looks good. Basic checks all around, so I didn't want to use too much plastic. I just wanted to check a few things. So the green fits, the power fits. Okay, 3 printed this one off. Really starting to like it. This guy fits in very snugly, but I just got another one for this other bad guy here, and I realized the tolerances between one and the other I didn't actually check because I didn't have the second one. So yes, it can go in, but it's snug as a bug. I'm going to open up the holes here just a little bit, I think, on this next pass, and it should be completely done. The other thing I noticed, I don't like how I kept this one vertical and these ones are going along the slope, so I think I'm going to turn this so that everything's going along the slope. The last thing I was thinking of is this doesn't have, it's a little slippery right here, so I need a little ledge so that my fingers can grab onto something. I think the next round I should be done. So I'm going to build all the rest of the stuff. I'll have 3 of these, I'll have a little lip, turn this a little bit, add the little bars that can go here, add the little backing plate that can go there, and then finally I want to extend the handle. The 3D printer is only so big, so that's why it stops here, so I'll add another piece to be the rest of the handle. Alright, final version here, all printed up. As I said, these are all now going in the same line. I've added 2 little holes here so I could put on a different nameplate if I want to change up what everything is. I did increase the size of these pockets here, so that guy fits good now, and this guy is loose, so obviously I went too far. Rather than print again, maybe I'll just add a little rubber stop or something to keep this still. And then I have these guys. I'm realizing because of the wobbliness, these guys go there to kind of keep it in from the back. You can see that. I just need to make these a little bigger, and I think I'll be done because this guy, because it can wobble, it can escape. I've got a little backing plate. Slide that over. See, these holes are much farther away, so I have room to actually put a little insert in here. And then lastly, I've got this guy here that will be my handle. I think I am ready. I'm going to start putting in all these inserts, and we're going to put it on the board. Okay, everything's pretty much in. Start installing stuff, and then just screw that in right here in the corner. It's gonna be tough to show, so I'll just jump to the cut. It is in the corner, and looks pretty nice. Easily accessed. Okay, printer just finished up these modified versions where I made the wings a lot longer, and I've got myself a starting nameplate. I can replace this whenever I want to change what I want the inputs to be. These aren't going anywhere. They're staying in there. So my plan is to have the 2 mains left and right go to these. And so when I set my sync mode on the mains, when it's synced, I'll get a left and I'll get a right. And when I say it's not synced, it's mono and mono, that way this could go to front of house, and this one could go to recording or streaming. So now that this is done, I think we should maybe plug in something with power. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if we did what we needed to do here. It is right there. Hey. All right, fantastic. The left side is done. We got power. It looks nice. So I think that just about does it. I'm gonna next develop the switches that are gonna be right in front here to be my stop switches. We are going to build up the rest of this pedal board. Thanks for watching. My name is Mike. This is Cuzolio.